Sega is one of those companies that you don't hear about too often, and when you do, it's almost never good. A former titan of the video game industry, with their cavalcade of creative IPs, such as Nights into Dreams, Jet Set Radio, Super Monkey Ball, Crazy Taxi, and of course, Sonic the Hedgehog. But ever since Sega went third party, it seems like their creative spark was extinguished, leaving it up to smaller studios to pick up where Sega left off, with studios like Team Reptile, Peppered Games, and the focus of this video, Christian Whitehead, whose fan projects became so popular he was hired by Sega to create the best Sonic game in years, Sonic Mania. And now, Christian Whitehead is back with his own game studio, Evening Star, to bring us Penny's Big Breakaway, a fantastic old-school 3D platformer with a little bit of classic Sega DNA. So without further ado, let's get into the video. The game is structured much like classic platformers, with basic enemies, coins, and an emphasis on movement above all else. The visuals are stunning, with bright, popping colors that emphasize the old Dreamcast look that the game is going for. Though I feel the art style could have benefited from a cel-shaded art style, similar to Bomb Rush Cyberpunk. The controls are extremely similar to Sonic's, with easy to learn but hard to master movement that I personally love to see in a game. I was a little disappointed in the soundtrack, though. Nothing bad, but considering how almost every song in Sonic Mania was a banger, I just expected a more memorable soundtrack. The story is very basic, but that's kind of the point. It harkens back to old game design, when all you needed was a simple good guy versus bad guy story. The place where the game really falters for me, though, is its boss fights. Out of the handful that are in the game, only one of them really takes advantage of the movement mechanics, while the rest are just the standard wait for the giant glowing weak point shtick. That gets pretty old after a while. Where the game really shines is in its standard levels. It's so fluid and satisfying to pull off tricks and keep your speed up. I can definitely see speedrunners tearing this game apart because of how deep and complex its mechanics are. Christian Whitehead has proven himself to be a true force when it comes to game design, and I can't wait to see what he does next. In summary, I highly recommend you pick up Penny's Big Breakaway. It's relatively cheap, and it's worth the price for how high quality it is. A mix of fun and fluid but hard to master gameplay mechanics, and a charming and vibrant art style makes Penny's Big Breakaway a must-play for fans of classic 3D platformers. I hope Christian Whitehead and his studio continue to go on and support classic 3D platformers, which is a genre that's been kind of stagnant unless you're Nintendo. I can guarantee that when Evening Star makes another game, I'll be right here to play it day one. That's all I got for now. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends, and hit that bell icon to be sure that you get notified whenever I make a new video. Next week, I should be having a video over Dune Part 2, and I guarantee you'll want to be notified for when that goes out. But until then, I'll see you later.